The devastating attacks of September 11th, 2001, by a small group of foreign terrorists presented American law enforcement with many new challenges. 20 years later, we solemnly recall the heroes lost as a result of those attacks and honor the ongoing efforts of their law enforcement brothers and sisters to protect us from harm. On the day after the attacks, American law enforcement awoke to a new reality. Going forward, they would have to be prepared to respond to a range of potential new terrorist attacks and would need to refocus many aspects of their work to detect and prevent future terrorist plots. The 9/11 tragedy emphasized the critical role that law enforcement officers often play as first responders. But in the wake of the attacks, law enforcement agencies were now called on to perform new tasks as part of the national effort to prevent future acts of terrorism. Preempting terrorist attacks compelled law enforcement to enhance their intelligence collection capabilities, work more closely with government agencies and the private sector, take advantage of new technologies, and redouble their efforts to build stronger relationships with the communities they serve. Law enforcement also learned to prepare for a much broader range of terrorist threats: mass violence incidents, chemical, biological, and radiological attacks, and large-scale attacks on infrastructure such as dams, bridges, or energy facilities. Preventing and responding to acts of terrorism require extensive cooperation across government agencies, as well as between government, private businesses, and community organizations. By establishing relationships across multiple sectors of government and society, law enforcement can more effectively share intelligence, identify threats, and prepare the public for potential dangers. Good community relations are critical in the fight against terror. After 9/11, many law enforcement agencies increased their engagement with local communities to enhance trust and open lines of communication, especially communities whose members may be targeted for recruitment by terrorist organizations. We mourn the law enforcement heroes who lost their lives as a result of 9/11, and we honor their memories. Sadly, the insidious impact of 9/11 remains with us today as law enforcement personnel who were exposed to toxic substances at the crash sites continue to die from related illnesses. Their bravery and sacrifice enhanced the lives of countless others, and our continued freedom and security remain their lasting legacy.